What's good? We got some breaking Jets news to talk about. Elijah Moore just requested a trade. Okay. Well, I didn't see this one coming. I'm live right now, giving you guys my initial reaction. The news literally just broke exactly 9 minutes ago from Ian Rappaport. Jets wide receiver Elijah Moore, frustrated with his role and usage, asks for a trade. The team has no plans to trade him. The former second round was targeted once in the win over the Packers, but the play was negated by a penalty. And A.J. Brown quote tweets it, saying hashtag free Elijah. I guess the New York Jets can't win in peace. That's ridiculous. So if you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you know that Elijah Moore has been my favorite player on this team. You know that I've been the biggest Elijah Moore advocate that there's been. I know him not personally, but I met him in person. He's a great guy. And I am completely shocked by this news. I am absolutely shocked by this news. First of all, he's not going anywhere because the New York Jets have all the leverage and they do not want to trade him. Now, I don't know what makes him believe that he wants to be traded, but he's frustrated. He wants the ball. But the team is on a 3-game winning streak, and you were brought here to be part of the solution to turn this team around. You had a great optimistic perspective, amazing energy, amazing person, good character. You're in year number 2 and you haven't got the ball a lot and you demand to be traded. Michael Carter, same draft class. We drafted Breece Hall. Breece Hall's become the lead back. Do you guys hear Michael Carter complaining right now for not getting the ball? No. Michael Carter is sitting there content with being the 1B to the Breece Hall. I'm really shocked right now, guys, to be honest. You guys know me. I'm a big Elijah Moore fan. Look, I have a signed Elijah Moore jersey right next to the sauce one that you see behind me. So I had to go live to give you guys my raw reaction to this because the team is winning, man. And it's not like we're targeting Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis and they're eating and Elijah Moore is doing nothing. The team hasn't passed the ball in 3 weeks because we have a dominant running game and we have a dominant defense, and that's how we're winning. And you have the nerve to demand a trade. That's really, really insane to me. Now, the only way I can see this rationale being, like, if I put myself in Elijah Moore's shoes, I guess he knows that he's not going to be able to get paid a lot of money when his contract is up if he continues to put up the numbers that he's putting up, which is nothing. Now, I'm just putting myself in Elijah Moore's perspective. He wants to be the focal point of the offense. He's talented enough to be the guy. I always believe that. But he wants to put up numbers so he can be getting paid like the top receivers in the league when he is eligible for extension. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you can just demand a trade. You were part of this young team. You get drafted in the second round. You have a phenomenal end of your rookie season before you get injured. We start off the season with Joe Flacco. Zach comes back. 3 games with Zach Wilson. We're 3-0. And I'm really disappointed right now. I really am. Elijah Moore, like, he's been one of my favorite players on this Jets team. He has been. Last year he was all offseason. I've been praising Elijah Moore, breakout Elijah Moore incoming. But this just doesn't sit right with me. It's a me move. He's putting himself over the team. And it's really, really upsetting to talk about this because we're 4-2. The Jets are finally turning the corner. We're finally becoming a team that's beginning nationally praised. We have a quarterback that's trying to get his foot going in the league. We have Zach Wilson in year number 2, playing only 3 games this year and 3-0, and he demands a trade. This is 100% facts. This is not fake news. All the top reporters are reporting it. And I didn't see this coming. A.J. Brown tweets hashtag free Elijah. So the first thing I'm going to say is Um, Elijah Moore demanding a trade really speaks volumes to way he way he feels about this team, man. I'm really, really at a loss for words right now. Shout out to all 200 people tuning into the stream right now. Did not expect this. I literally have a video about the defense coming out, but I'm like, all right, I'm not going to post the video about the defense right now. I guess I'll post that video tomorrow so you guys can see the video, or I'll post it tonight. But I am just at a loss for words because how would you do that right now? Now, Denzel Mims requested a trade. Denzel Mims hasn't gone anywhere. The Jets have all the leverage. The Jets have Elijah Moore for the next 2 years after this one. So the Jets are not going to trade Elijah Moore. That's Joe Douglas. He's not trading him away unless he gets blown away by an offer. So that's number one. I don't get this situation. The offense is playing excellent football on the ground. We're feeding Breece Hall. We're feeding Michael Carter. Garrett Wilson has been quiet since his breakout game in week 2. Corey Davis has been the number 1 receiver in terms of stats this season. So the thing that blows my mind is it's not like Elijah Moore is the odd man out of the offense the last 2 weeks. Garrett Wilson, I mean, he was targeted 5 times, I guess, and he only caught 1 ball. This just really comes out of left field for me, man. I didn't expect this from Elijah Moore. Seeing him all offseason featured on One Jets Drive, talking, hearing in the interviews, I just really thought he was a high character guy that wouldn't do this. You feel me? I just never saw this coming. And I'm just at a loss for words. So you guys are seeing my raw reaction to this. We don't need these type of players in this locker room that's going to just demand a trade and during a winning season. I hope this gets resolved. I hope that the Jets coaching staff goes up to Elijah. Joe Douglas goes up to Elijah. They tell him, listen, man, we really value you in this organization. Your time is going to come. It just so happens that we are a team that's running the ball a lot and it's working. When we're going to start throwing the ball, you're going to be a big part of this offense. I mean, he's a starting receiver. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think this is going to blow over. I could be completely wrong. He can get traded tomorrow for all I know. But if I had to guess, my guess is Elijah Moore is going nowhere, and he's going to be on the Jets for the entire season. Because knowing Elijah Moore, knowing Joe Douglas, he's not going to trade away Elijah Moore. He's not, unless someone offers him equal value, a second-round pick. That's not happening. Knowing Joe Douglas as a general manager, he views Elijah Moore as a big piece for this franchise for the future. So why would Joe Douglas just say, oh, you want out? All right, here, we'll trade you away for nothing. That's not happening. It's really not. So the fact is the New York Jets front office and the coaching staff, they're going to try to resolve this because they definitely value Elijah Moore a lot. But, man, this is some crazy news, man. Jesse with the $2 says, makes sense why you saw him with Jamal in May. Yeah, I did see him with Jamal Adams and Marcus May in the off season, by the way. I know NYJ Matt just tweeted that. I met in the off season, the day I met Elijah Moore at a meet and greet. That same night, I was out to dinner in New York City, and I happened to see Elijah Moore sitting with Jamal Adams and Marcus May. I don't know if they were, but it was weird because we were talking about Jamal coming back to the Jets. It was like I don't know, really weird stuff. Michael says, I interviewed Super Bowl champion Zach Moore. Thanks, Michael, for the $2 donation. Appreciate that. Congratulations. It really is crazy what's going on, bro. My apologies to YOLO. I did snap on you earlier because I honestly did not see this coming. I didn't see this coming, YOLO. You were right. You were on it before I was. I still don't think he's going to be traded, though. I really don't. Like, now, if you want to look at it in Elijah Moore's perspective, he doesn't feel like he's being used properly, probably. That's probably what the issue is. This Jets offense is not really using Elijah Moore to his best strengths. Elijah Moore is a really good player in the slot. He's a twitchy guy that you can get him open on over the middle. And the Jets are really running him a lot of vertical routes and go routes where he's more of a horizontal guy. So you can put the blame on the coaching staff for not utilizing Elijah Moore properly. But, like, it's hard to see that this is where my issue is. It's hard to blame the coaching staff for this when we're winning. We're winning right now, guys. If we were losing games and this was an issue, that would be a completely different conversation. But we're literally on a 3-game winning streak. We're 4-2. So the fact is, the Jets are winning games. So it's really hard to put the blame on the coaching staff right here. You could put the blame on the coaching staff for not utilizing Elijah Moore to get him numbers, but they're winning. So it kind of doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. So this is going to, blow up. This is going to be breaking news everywhere. And according to all the sources, Joe Douglas is not even considering trading Elijah Moore. He's not even considering it. So I don't know. Maybe this is Elijah Moore saying, like, hey, if you guys are not going to use me properly, I want the hell out of here. I don't know if that's really what the case is. And now the entire fan base is going to turn on him. This is crazy, guys. The one time that the New York Jets turn around, we have a player in Elijah Moore who requests a trade. This is not a good look for him, man. And it's so hard for me to say that because you guys know how much I love Elijah Moore. I really do. I just didn't expect this from him. I really didn't expect this from him. We did not trade him away. He's not going anywhere, if I had to guess. All the reports are that Joe Douglas and the New York Jets have literally zero interest in trading Elijah Moore away. This is simply Elijah Moore wanting to be traded. But now he's simply turned the entire fan base against him. So I don't know how he's going to win this fan base back unless he just goes out there and lights it up. But we don't need this type of distraction in this type of season. That's the frustrating part about this whole thing. We don't need a player like Elijah Moore to go out there and ask for a trade when we're winning. Now, this could be a big hit to this momentum on this franchise this season. Connor Hughes just tweeted, news changes quickly, and this situation is devolving faster than that. Was told directly, situation is strictly usage-based. Moore just wants to be involved in offense. Now he wants out. Now, you can't fault Elijah Moore for being wanted to be involved in the offense. I understand that. But the fact that he went to Twitter on Sunday, started having some cryptic tweets, A.J. Brown, his buddy, tweets something out, and then he asks for a trade? Like, give it a couple of weeks. Give it a season. Indiana Jets, I talked about the money already. I don't know if you were in the chat when I already said it. I already talked about the money, but I'll bring up the point as well. You can see Elijah Moore is looking at all the wide receivers around the league, and I remember Elijah Moore tweeting about contracts, wide receivers getting paid, and he has this ambitious goal of getting a lot of money in a contract. And basically, the way that the Jets are using him, he's not going to get the contract that he desperately wants when his rookie deal's up. So maybe that is the reason why. He wants to go somewhere where he's going to be the focal point where he's going to put up numbers because he's talented. He could put up the numbers, but we're just not using him in that way. He's not the number 1 or 2 option on this offense at all. Chris KV says Denzel Mims has entered the chat. Hey, luckily we do have Denzel, where if we do have to move off of Elijah, Denzel, but we're not moving off of Elijah. I really just don't see it happening. Joe Douglas is not going to do it. This is that simple. So glad I did not get his jersey. I got a signed Elijah Moore jersey. Thanks for the $10, man. Now, Elijah Moore is definitely looking at the future, and he wants to get paid at the end of his rookie contract. And based off the numbers he's putting up right now, he's simply not going to get paid like a top wide receiver. And I think that's the big factor right now. When you're on a team like the Jets that's just not prioritizing the pass attack, that's what's going to happen. It just makes no sense because he's done everything right. His rookie season, in the interviews, good head on his shoulders, answers all the questions right, no off the field issues, has no feeling that this is going to be an issue. And then this just comes out of nowhere. Really, really is crazy stuff, guys. And I know Jets fans are just as shocked as I am right now. Just as shocked as I am. We got some people tuning on Twitter as well. What's good, guys? But hey, I guess this team just cannot win in peace. Why can't we win in peace? Am I right? This is something that can take a hit on the locker room, man. It really is. I mean, I don't want to start getting pessimistic and start getting negative right now. But the reality is, if you have this type of mentality, how are you going to win the locker room back? How's a team going to look at you and say, yo, we're winning? What are you doing? Why are you putting yourself before the team right now? Let's get a first for Elijah. If somebody offers a first, then yeah, you do it. But no one's going to offer a first-round pick. It's kind of mind-blowing that this happened at all, to be honest. The injury report just came out, and Elijah Moore is on there with a non-injury related issue. Now, is Elijah Moore playing this Sunday? That's another question. Greg, with a $7 donation from Canada, says, we are too young to be acting like this. That's my feeling. It's a fact, man. This really is unfortunate that this has to be happening, man, if you want to be strict with you. Everybody is talking about the Jets in a glowing light right now in the media for the first time in so long. And now what's going to be the topic of sports media tomorrow? Elijah Moore wants out. Elijah Moore wants to be traded from the New York Jets. Now, why does he want to be traded from the New York Jets? The Jets aren't using him properly. Well, guess what? The Jets are winning. The Jets are winning games. So if I had to give my assumption on this whole situation that's happening, Elijah Moore wants to be used in this offense, and he's not being used in this offense the way he wants, which results in him wanting to be traded. Joe Douglas, he's not going to trade him away. I think Elijah Moore still has a chance to prove to the Jets and to the fan base that he's all good. I'm not turning on Elijah Moore yet. Me personally. I know that the entire fan base is probably already turned on him, but I'm going to let this whole thing digest. I'm not going to be a quick to react to this, but I had to go live to give you guys my initial reaction, of course. But the reality is the Jets are winning ball games by winning the ball. And Elijah Moore simply just wants to get traded. So why does he want to get traded? He's not getting the ball. The ball's not going his way. He wants to be in an offense that's using him. I don't know if there's going to be a team out there that's going to want to give up a lot of draft assets for Elijah Moore. I mean, he has 2 years left on his contract. So maybe he is valuable on the trade market. But it is kind of annoying that this has to happen, bro. It really is. I'll say it again. Why can't we win in peace? I'm going to tweet that right now. Why can't we win in peace? It's just like only us, right? Oh gosh. Well, we have 600 people in the live chat right now. Whether you're watching this as a Jets fan or you're just an NFL fan tuning in, I don't know what the Jets would get for him, even if he gets traded. I don't know. But this is kind of insane. I want to get your guys' thoughts of this. I'm assuming every single Jets fan is done with him. And now everybody is going to have their opinions on Twitter about this. Dante Jackson and a fourth for more. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of trade we're going to get for Elijah. Even if he is traded, I'm not even sure if he's going to get traded. Again, part of this news, guys, is Joe Douglas has no intentions of trading away Elijah Moore. Zero. He has no intentions of trading away Elijah. When Moore was at Ole Miss and blew the game versus Mississippi State by acting like a dog urinating, I knew he wasn't too bright. Yeah, I mean, that was the only red flag there was in this draft process of that game. Appreciate the $5, bro. Everyone relax. Once the passing gets going, he will calm down. Trust me, I have faith in his coaching staff and organization to resolve this. Me too, V-Man. This is still resolvable. For sure. Unfortunately for the Jets, we have to go up against one of the best pass defenses in the league on Sunday in the Denver Broncos with Patrick Surtain and everything. We'll see. Wardy's in the chat. What's good, bro? Jets shouldn't move fast to make this happen. Try working things out with him internally first, in my opinion. Yeah, so part of the report, Wardy, is the Jets have zero interest in trading him. Like, none. And remember when Denzel Mims asked to be traded from the Jets back in August? Same exact situation. He wanted out. The Jets did not trade him because they had no interest in trading him away. Joe Douglas is not going to trade Elijah Moore. I can tell you that right now. He's a Joe Douglas draft pick. Douglas drafted him in the second round. The New York Jets organization prioritizes Elijah Moore in this organization. They see him as a big piece for the future of this organization, and they're not trading him away. They're going to try to resolve this, and they will resolve this if I had to guess. They will resolve this. It's just unfortunate that the timing of this has to happen on a 3-game winning streak. That's the issue here. Thank you, Wardy, for the $5, my man. It means a lot, bro. The NY Bully, he thinks he's bigger than the team. I'd trade him for a Big Mac to maintain good chemistry. He's a petulant child and can kick rocks. Yeah, I mean, this is what a lot of the Jets fans are definitely going to have their mindset on Elijah Moore. Right when you start to, turn on the organization, you're dead to the franchise. Similar to what Jamal Adams did right when he demanded a trade and right when he was doing all those stuff on social media with the cryptic nonsense, everyone turned on him very fast. And now it seems like that's going to be the case with the majority of the fan base against Elijah Moore, which is just really unfortunate, man. As a Raiders fan, I love the Jets. So much talent. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's crazy that this is happening. We do have a lot of talent. We really do, man. I appreciate the love as a Raiders fan. Good luck to Vegas this weekend. Euphoria. No, I know, man. I know. And the fact about this, guys, we don't know the truth to this situation yet. We don't know what's going on yet. Unless there's a team out there that really values Elijah and would give up a lot of assets for Elijah Moore, he's not going anywhere. It's simple. Unless there's a team to match the value, which is probably a second round or a first round pick, he's going nowhere. So the good news is we do have Denzel Mims, who also has to be traded. But it really is frustrating that this can be happening. Connor Rogers tweeted, a couple things can be true. Moore's usage could and should be better. This dragging out publicly during a 3-game win streak is a poor way of handling it. Not a good look and a serious question any interested teams would have to ask themselves. Very true. And listen, what the New York Jets, the way that they're going to handle the situation is very similar to the Denzel Mims situation, man. They're going to answer calls, and all the calls, I guarantee, is not going to be enough to trade him away. And he's going to be on this team for the rest of the year. That's what's going to happen. It's exactly what's going to happen. Now, that's my perspective of this. If I had to assume what's going to happen, guys, Denzel Mims asked for a trade. He went nowhere. Marcus says, seems to be a stats over wins guy. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why he's a stats over wins guy is because he wants to get paid. He wants to get a big contract. Ray says, it's a business. The players need to look out for the future also, but it's more about the offensive system. Our offensive coordinator is using him wrong. I'm never done with Elijah. I'm a pro player. I'm not done with Elijah either. And both things can be true. This offense is not utilizing Elijah Moore's strengths right now. He's not a focal point of the offense. He's not getting targeted. I mean, he was targeted once against the Packers, and it didn't even count because there was a penalty on the play, that chop block on Dwayne Brown, which was a bullshit call, by the way. But now the Jets have to deal with this. Is he going to play on Sunday? That's a great question. I don't know, man. This is pretty crazy stuff. I just didn't see this one coming. It all started when he tweeted something out after the game on Sunday. That's where it all began. And then we start off the today with a report that he's not on the practice field. And then it's like, oh, he's not there for a family issue. Oh, wait, no, he's not there because he's upset. Oh, wait, now he's not there because he demanded a trade. And the weird thing about this is I saw pictures of Elijah Moore at practice yesterday of him with a big smile on his face. Happy. I don't know. I think this is Elijah Moore to challenge this Jets organization to really utilize him more. And the Jets would be smart to utilize him because he's very talented. He's a great receiver. I mean, he hasn't proved a lot this season, but he's a guy that can do it. Listen, man, this is a business, and I think that this Jets team is going to do right by the organization, and they're going to keep him. This is what's going to happen, man. I think the Jets are going to do right. He is more valuable on this team than to be traded away. The Jets are going to keep him. He's not going anywhere. I mean, that's really my perspective of it. We went through this already. He ain't going anywhere. He's 5 effing games into his second season. If he wants out, then reimburse every fan that bought his damn jersey. Yeah, I bought his jersey. So this is where he's not going anywhere. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I can be completely wrong if the Jets just trade him. But based on what I've grown to understand of Joe Douglas as a general manager, he's simply not trading him. And that's part of the report as well. Don't get it twisted. Do not make it seem like the Jets are shopping Elijah Moore. They're not. He is part of this team. You heard Zach Wilson today speak to the media, actually, and he was asked about the situation. He says, we love Elijah. I need him. And then Zach's like, I only had 10 completions, but we won. Zach's not complaining. Like, my issue with this is just how quick he is to do this. You feel me? Michael Carter isn't doing this. I got an effing signed jersey. Put it on my wall. Me too, Rob. Right there. Elijah Moore shouted out Jets media. Elijah Moore, I talked to him at training camp. We had a great conversation. Richie's emotional over E. Moore. Hey, maybe I am. Elijah Moore is my favorite player. I just didn't see this coming, man. I just did not see this coming. And the fact that A.J. Brown's on Twitter defending him, shut up, bro. Like, come on, A.J. Brown. Really? Free Elijah. Free Elijah from what? A winning organization? Like, this would be a completely different conversation right now if we were losing. It's true. It's true. For the people that saying I sound hurt in the chat, yeah, I am. So what? Is there something wrong with a fan being upset? about my favorite player demanding a trade? Is that all of a sudden a bad thing for me showing my emotion as a fan? What do you want me to do? Like, just be a stone cold wall and just be a robot? I'm a person. I show emotion. I'm a sports fan. What kind of sports fan doesn't show emotion? Euphoria says, I'm pretty sure Elijah is going through a maniac episode right now. Way too spontaneous. Jets need to take care of him. The Jets will take care of him. And that's the way I'm looking at this, bro. I think the Jets are going to do right by Elijah Moore. Robert Saleh is going to speak to him. Mike LaFleur had already had open dialogue with him. And I think they're going to get this done. I think they're going to talk to Elijah and say, listen, we're going to open up the playbook eventually. It just so happens that we are dominating the running attack. And this system is a run-first system, and it sets up the play action. And I don't know, bro. This just caught me completely off guard. It really, really did. Like, where did this come from? Where the hell did this come from? Why can't the Jets win in peace? Why can't we win in peace, everybody? The Jets finally win, and this has to happen. My guess is his ego cannot handle being a third option. Trying not to pass judgment until I hear it from him or Jets staff. I recommend we do the same. Now, listen, he's not the focal point of this offense. Corey Davis is the number one option in the wide receiver game. Garrett Wilson's number 2. Elijah Moore's number 3 in terms of receivers. Target share-wise, Tyler Conklin's getting targeted more. Breece Hall's getting targeted more. So I don't fault Elijah Moore for being frustrated, because as a competitor and as an individual player in this league, you want to be a guy that's an impactful person that impacts winning. But the fact is, he had a tipping point. He went over the tipping point, and now wants gone. He already wants out. I feel like he was really quick to just jump the gun on demanding a trade, especially when we're winning. We're winning, everybody. Nubian says, the fact that it's this early and we are winning tells me all I need to know about him. Yeah, I mean, listen, it doesn't make sense that he is doing this while the Jets are winning. Like, and I'll say it again, if the Jets were losing games and he was still not getting involved, he has a reason. But there's a reason why he's not involved right now. It's not a thing against Elijah Moore. He's a big part of the reason why the Jets are successful, by the way. And maybe this might sound a little harsh, but the Jets might be using him as a decoy right now. Now, I don't think that's going to be part of his entire career as a decoy. What I mean by that, the offense is, he's running go routes to open up players for other guys, other playmakers. But the fact is, he's a big piece of this offense. We saw him as a focal point of this offense at the end of the year last year when he had that 5-game stretch of going off. So I just think he needs to take a deep breath, let him, go through his emotions, let him collect himself. And the Jets coaching staff needs to talk to him and understand that they value him higher in this organization. The NY Billy with another donation says he's a hater. No one's bigger than the program. Yeah, man. James says, I will support every Jets player through and through, but this is effing BS. It's the flow of the game. It's not about you. We are winning games. That's the issue that I have right now. It is the flow of the games. We're on a 3-game win streak by running the damn ball. We're on a 3-game win streak by running the ball. It's not like it's a pass-happy team right now, and Corey Davis is getting 150 yards, Garrett Wilson's getting 100 yards, and Elijah's getting none. No receiver is doing well this season for the Jets, basically, because of how well this running attack has been the past couple of games. That's my issue. What if we make Elijah Moore run like Debo did last year? He wants to touch the ball, then take it and run. I'm down. Elijah Moore's a playmaker, man. Elijah Moore's got speed. He's got vision. He's got quickness. I mean, we saw it last year. It's not like he's a rookie. Elijah Moore's a good player, bro, and he just wants the ball. And I respect his frustration for being a competitor and wanting the ball, but I'm just very disappointed that he had to demand a trade this way. The first red flag for Elijah is when Richie saw him with Adams and May at dinner. Yeah, I did. We talked about it early in the stream. I saw him out to dinner with Jamal in May. And we were talking about Jamal coming back to the Jets, by the way. Elijah Moore is recruiting him to the Jets. It wasn't like Jamal was saying, yeah, get the hell out of New York. It was Jamal. We were making jokes. And Elijah's like, yeah, Jamal's trying to come back to the Jets. I was like, really? So, yeah. Malcontents don't get paid either. Yeah. Keep him inactive the rest of the year like Mims. I don't know, man. He's too talented to keep him inactive all year, bro. He's way too talented to just sit and rot on the bench. He really is. Hennessy's done. He's dead to me. Send him to Chicago. I love you, Hennessy. Oh, man. Denzel practice at X today. Could start this week. Where'd you hear this? I didn't see that report. Hey, if Elijah Moore doesn't play this Sunday, we'll see Denzel Mims make his season debut. I don't see how Elijah Moore is going to play Sunday. I don't know. I don't see him playing Sunday. I have no idea. Chamini said it. When did he say that? Well, when Elijah Moore wasn't I think a big reason why Denzel was practicing at the X today is because Elijah wasn't at practice. Elijah Moore has as many targets on scripted plays as Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis combined. The coaching staff is trying to give him the ball. After the scripted plays are over, he has second and 2/3 as many as Davis and half as many as Wilson. So he's getting the ball. Bro. Elijah Moore missed practice today and is deemed as a personal day, but he's frustrated with Moore was targeted 21 times over the first 3 games, then 8, not including the gated play over the next 3. Like, I don't blame him for being frustrated, but where did all right. So, oh gosh. No complaint. Finn's Pitts game now. It's trade me. Shake my head. Yeah, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just didn't see this. No one saw this coming, man. Now, I think this is up to the coaching staff to start utilizing Elijah Moore properly. Chris says, I know this sucks, but it's a good problem to have, to be honest. It is. I mean, this is we have to, Jets fans, this is a great point by Chris. If this is the drama that we have to deal with, that we're so good that we have a frustrated player on this offense, that we have so many mouths to feed, and the one guy's that's mouth is not being feeded is demanding a trade. It is a problem, but it's a good problem to have. So let's just drop my phone. Let's just take a deep breath as a fan base and appreciate the fact that this is not a situation where we have one good talented player on the team and we're losing and we suck and that one player is frustrated and he wants out. That's not the case. We are an offense that's loaded with talent, that has 7 to 8 guys that can get the ball in the pass game in Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, Braxton Berrios, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzama, Breece Hall, Michael Carter. Those are 8 players that can be targeted in the pass game. So those are a lot of mouths to feed. Those are 8 mouths to feed. And the fact is, one of those mouths is frustrated because he's not getting fed enough. I think if out of any of the problems that the Jets have had, that's a problem that I'm okay with. You feel me on that? That's a problem that I'm okay with. So that's really what it comes down to. I'm just at a loss for words for this whole situation, man. I mean, I've been live for 40 minutes. I didn't see this one coming. We have 800 people watching me sob on. I mean, I'm not sobbing, but hey, man, it could be Denzel Mims' season now. I know some people saying DJ Moore. I don't know how we're just going to go get DJ Moore all of a sudden. Listen, he's not a go route guy, and the Jets are using him as one. So it's up to the Jets coaching staff to really open this up. Hit the like button, everybody. We got 800 people watching with 175 likes. I know you guys might not be happy with this news, but it will greatly appreciate it if you just smash that like button on your way into the show. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Help me get to 14,000 subscribers. If you guys are just tuning into my channel for the first time, my name is Richie. I post daily Jets content, and I go live for any of the latest news. I go live during the games. I give you my thoughts of everything regarding your New York Jets. So subscribe to the channel if you're new, and listen to JW, and smash that like button, guys. We got one of the top wide receiver rooms in the league, and we happen to find ourselves dependent on the run game. I wonder why that is. Because we have a stud running game? Swap Moore for Anderson. LMAO JK. Imagine. That'd be funny. 700 views. Hit that like button. Thank you, Sauce. Listen, when you're an offense that has a running game that's working as efficiently as it is, why go out there and pass the ball all the time when you have a lead? Zach Wilson had no pass attempts in the fourth quarter against the Packers because he didn't need to. We ran the ball 11 straight times on the same drive. This isn't a quarterback issue. So for anybody saying this is because of the quarterback, no. Wrong. It's because we have an ascending superstar in Breece Hall on this team. Anybody saying this is Zach Wilson's fault? Watch the games? Or are you just going off of the narratives that people create? If it was a quarterback issue, then it would be Zach Wilson not finding him the ball through the pass game. That means Zach Wilson's throwing 25, 30 times and Elijah's not involved. It's the system. The system is at fault in Elijah's perspective because he wants the ball, but the system is clicking at all cylinders of running the ball. When you have a running game that is as good as it's been the last 3 weeks, you do not need to rely on throwing the ball. It's that simple. It really is. And the unfortunate reality is that this Jets team can't feed all the mouths. I just think it's like you can blame the quarterback, blame the offensive coordinator, blame the system, blame the GM. I don't know who to blame here. It's just the reality is if you watch the football games the last 3 weeks, the Jets are just running the ball down people's throats where they don't even have to throw. They don't have to throw the ball. Chris says it sucks for long term, but we winning. I mean, where's his leverage other than the long-term money? I think that's the reason why he wants out, because the numbers he's putting up, he's not going to get paid. Appreciate the $5, Chris. Richie, he isn't getting the ball. He has been on the field running go routes 86% of the time. He just wants to contribute to winning. You have dogs. It's what alpha males do. Yeah, I mean, this is true. He's on the field. He's a starting receiver, and they have him running go routes. And I do not blame Elijah Moore for wanting to contribute to winning. He wants to be the reason why they win. When you're a player like Elijah Moore, who has been probably the best football player throughout his entire life, through high school to college, and now he has to adjust to the NFL, he's not used to being on a team that's winning without being a reason why they're winning. And the reality is Elijah Moore is not a reason why we're winning ball games this season. He's not. And that's okay. I think his time will come. My biggest issue is the timing of this. The timing of this is just really rubs me the wrong way. 3-game winning streak and you do this. Don't you think that if you do, like, don't you have some type of appreciation for the organization? Like, wow, we are winning a lot. I'm frustrated, but I'm not going to demand a trade now. I may do it internally and say I'm frustrated and can you guys please get me the ball a little more or something. But the fact is that he has to bring the vibes of this organization from here down to here. It's really hard to comprehend that you complain during winning. I wonder what his teammates are saying to him. I mean, Elijah Moore tweeted out that he loves his teammates. Hey, Sauce Gardner is now an 82 overall on Madden. Some positive video game news. Has Elijah Moore tweeted it or anything? Damn, bro. This is wild stuff. Has Elijah Moore... Last thing he tweeted was, I love my teammates. Elijah Moore's dad unfollowed me on Twitter. Wow. That stinks. He used to be a big follower of mine. Elijah Moore's done with the Jets. It's kind of crazy. So now we have to go through a whole situation, man. Oh my gosh. Only us, dude. For people that know me well, this is correct. This is a breakup for Richie. For people that know me and watch my content, you know how much this hurts. So allow me to grieve that this is happening. No vibes down, Richie. Just filler till we go 5-2. Hell yeah. I love it. This is just filler until we go 5-2, baby. I don't think he wants to be traded, just making them use him. And nowadays, this is the way. I hope so. Thanks for the $5, man. I'm just curious of what the end result is with this, man. What is the end result? Are we trading him? Or are we not? The good news is, if this is who he truly is, then we are going to deal with it early in his career, and it won't boil over to an AB-like situation. I mean, I guess, but this man's very talented, bro. I want him to be on our team. I want him to be a dog for the Jets. You feel me? Crazy stuff, guys. I appreciate all the donations. It's helping me cope with this situation. I don't really know what else to say other than I hope that the Jets resolve this situation. I'd be shocked if Elijah Moore even plays on Sunday. I don't think he's going to play Sunday. Trade him for Jeremy Chin in the third. And now all the trade scenarios is coming in. All the trade scenarios are piling in. Broadway Jets in the chat. What's good? We knew it once you saw him at dinner with Jamal Adams. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that now in the chat. A lot of people are saying that. Here it is. That's me with Jamal. There's Elijah, Marcus May. That's the photo. But listen, man. It is what it is. We'll just have to be patient and let this whole situation just play itself out. There's nothing really more to be said about this. I've been live for 50 minutes. Just listen to what you guys have to say. I personally don't think the Jets are trading him just because knowing Joe Douglas, he's not going to trade him for unless a team blows him away with an offer. I feel you, Jeff. I feel you, Jeff. This is just annoying that, like, it has to happen when we're winning. Like, if we were losing, if we were like 1-5, 2-4, and this happens, it would just be like, we're used to this by now, right? It'd be like, okay, here we go again. But at this point, it's like, holy crap. I mean, when you haven't, I mean, how many times do I have to repeat myself? We have an ascending superstar in Breece Hall. And how do you feed that man? By running. Zach Wilson's going to start airing it out when he has to. And guess what? He aired it out against Pittsburgh, but that was all to Corey Davis. So maybe Elijah was like, why didn't I get the ball? He did get the ball against Pittsburgh the first quarter, by the way. But after that, he didn't get the ball. Oh, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in to my live reaction to this news. If you did not already, hit that like button if you enjoyed the stream. We appreciate each and every one of you guys showing love to the channel. Obviously, this is some crazy, crazy story. Now it's just blowing up in our face. So we'll see how it all unplays. And I'll be here to give you guys any of the news, any speculation, anything that's going to happen leading up until a potential trade or potential non-trade. I said it over and over again. I don't even know if he's going to be playing on Sunday. Jimmy's in the chat. What the F did I just read the title? I'm shocked. What happened? Not good, Jimmy. Elijah Moore wants out. He is very frustrated with his usage. I would never burn his jersey, ever. I'm not that type of fan. I still have a Darnold jersey. I still have a Jamal jersey. I still got everyone's jerseys. All right, guys. I'm going to end off the stream here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to my live reaction to this breaking news. We'll find out what happens. Elijah Moore is my favorite Jet. So now we'll find out everything that happens, man. This is just wild. It really just caught me off guard. But I appreciate everybody that showed love in the chat. Hit that like button on your way out, and let's go get a dub on Sunday. Let's go 5-2, baby. Let's go 5-2, and all this nonsense will blow over. Elijah Moore, this is my last prediction. He ain't going anywhere. The Jets are going to resolve it with him. I mean, I just know Joe Douglas. He's not trading him unless a team blows us away with an offer. That's really my thoughts. But if a team does blow away with an offer, he's gone. Because you can't really keep a player on the team that is a me person and wants out. So there's two sides of the coin. We'll see, bro. We'll see. All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's go, Jets. Peace out, everyone.